A tier we might label God Haki or Divine Haki emerges in chapter 1148. It is capable of not only influencing reality temporarily, like making someone unconscious for a bit or parting the clouds, but reshaping reality for a more permanent duration, even overriding the natural laws that govern life and death. Conqueror's Haki, as I've explained, is a soul-based power, the projection of one's internal frequency outward. But Brook's music and Big Mom's soul manipulation demonstrates that spiritual frequency can do more than just subdue. It can directly influence, animate, and even fundamentally alter reality, but their powers aren't using their own will, but the God Haki will of their devil fruits, which are themselves manifestation of this new form of Haki. That's why soul-based powers involves actively tuning or manipulating the very frequencies of existence itself. If all existence in One Piece resonates with Haki frequencies, God Haki practitioners are like musicians altering the song of reality by changing the notes themselves. That's what Gaban does to Summer's immortality, which is a devil fruit power given to him by Imu. Just as noise-canceling headphones neutralize sound by producing an inverted frequency, Gaban's technique resonates inversely with the protective spiritual frequency bestowed by Imu. Gaban isn't just exerting his will to overpower an opponent, but directly altering the spiritual wavelength that grants them immortality. Similarly, resonance in physics can amplify vibrations dramatically, like soldiers breaking step on bridges to avoid resonance collapse, singers shattering glass with the right pitch. Gaban is using the right pitch to collapse Saint Diddy's immortal protections. This God Haki also represents the 8th chakra, which is above the head itself, Vyapini, or Soul Star Chakra, as it achieves complete synchronization with reality itself. Now, for the highest form of God Haki, devil fruits themselves. By now, you should know that Haki in One Piece represents the manifestation of willpower, which is a universal force governing physical or armament, mental or observation, and spiritual or conqueror's dimensions. However, to truly understand the pinnacle of this system, God Haki, we must consider the first power in One Piece, devil fruits, which seem very different from Haki as they grant bizarre supernatural abilities such as rubber bodies, elemental transformation, and mythical animal forms. But to Ball's deep observation, it becomes evident that these fruits are the ultimate expression of God Haki, transcending typical Haki forms by encapsulating the collective will of reality itself. Devil fruits manifest internally and externally, exactly like Haki. Internally, just by you eating it. They immediately alter your physiology, like Luffy becoming rubber, Ace fire, and Dragon a deadbeat. This internal transformation directly mirrors the foundational level of Armament Haki, where the user's body physically manifests their will into coding. Externally, Devil Fruit awakenings further align with advanced Haki practices like Rio or advanced Conquerors. In awakened states, users like Doflamingo, Karakuri, and Law, they project their abilities outward, reshaping the environment itself. Whole Cake Island, Dressrosa, and Punk Hazard showcase environments transfigured to reflect the user's internalized will. Most critically, devil fruits are inheritable and reincarnate after the user's death. This mirrors the fundamental nature of willpower, a thematic cornerstone in One Piece emphasized by the yap about inherited wills. Just as Roger's will survives through Luffy or Ace's spirit empowers Luffy's Red Hawk, the essence within devil fruits persists beyond death. Thus, devil fruits like Haki transcend individual lifetimes, perpetually reincarnating to find new hosts. To truly grasp the godlike nature of devil fruits, consider their source itself, the unified will of reality, which the ancient kingdom used to create things like Mother Flame, and now the Eve Tree harnesses this power to birth new devil fruits. Because remember, Vegapunk said that devil fruits are manifestations of people's dreams, which is in line with how the One Piece world functions. Like objects, forces of nature, and abstract concepts hold sentient will. Zoro first highlighted this with the Breath of All Things. Similarly, Usopp and Fujitora perceive auras in lifeless objects. The Klabautermon of the Going Merry explicitly demonstrates how human emotions can animate non-living constructs. Logia fruits embody collective wills of natural elements. Fire universally desires to burn, lightning to electrify, ice to freeze, wind to sit behind a desk for 1100 chapters. These elemental wills are singularly unified across time and space, likely a result of an ancient war. This collective consciousness within Logia fruits is akin to a hive mind, aligning them directly with the elemental frequencies I have discussed within the different Haki types. Zone fruits similarly channel the unified will of an entire animal species or a collective drive to propagate and survive. This represents an even clearer parallel to Conqueror's Haki, where dominant souls can impose their wills into reality. That's why the awakened zone forms go berserk. If your will is not strong enough, their will takes over yours. Paramecias are people's dreams given form, like how people wanted to become a jacket or had a dream to revive after death. Thus, we have Brook's Devil Fruit. The complexity grows with mythical zones, which I think derive from the collective human imagination, similar to Paramecia's, which is a cornerstone of Eastern traditions. Objects or concepts become real through shared belief. Kinda like how Dragon is a deadbeat, not because he actually is, but because the fan base collectively recognizes and accepts him as a deadbeat. But he's really not a deadbeat, okay? If you watch the new Kuma flashback episodes, he is not a deadbeat. The anime makes him so much cooler. Like, bro, in the episodes, he was like, Kuma, a father's weakness. You're gonna kill me. That's my weakness, gang. Dragon's so cool. He's coming to Elbaf. 100%. If you watch the Kuma flashback, he's 100% coming to fucking Elbaf, okay? I don't want to hear nothing in the comments. Anyway, devil fruits like the Buddha fruit or Nika fruit emerge similarly from humanity's unified imagination, becoming tangible manifestations of collective belief. Like a creature that can heal ailments or a liberation god to free everyone. This power parallels God Haki's ability to reshape reality itself through spiritual resonance. That's why the sea kinda doesn't like devil fruit users. The ocean, possessing a monumental collective will, overwhelms the fruit's frequency, effectively incapacitating users submerged within it. This dynamic mirrors Conqueror's Haki dominance, where stronger wills suppress weaker ones. The sea's will, which is vast, ancient, and powerful, probably naturally overpowers the devil fruit's individual essence, similar to how Gaban sliced up Summers. And Loki, who likely has connection to an ancient weapon, can go against Imu's ancient, strong, immortal fruit's will. The craziest revelation, though, is this explains why you can't eat more than one devil fruit, because it's like having a Conqueror's Haki clash within your own body, whose repelling forces rip you apart like the sky. With Blackbeard being said to have an unnatural body, he is different and can inhibit multiple fruit wills, through likely having rocks inside him as well. But for that, watch the rocks video from last week. Thank you for watching this video. This was such a fun video to do, but it became way too long. I had to cut down hella stuff. Thank you for watching.